introduce Daniela and Alex. Take it away.
Thank you, everyone. Hi, I'm Dani. I'm Blockful PMM. And today I'm going to talk about open source, public goods, DAO governance, and yeah, present yourself. So I can.
I'm Alex, founding member of Blockful, today developer, executive director, and yeah, happy to chat with you about what we've been doing. And yeah, take it off, Danny.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so let's talk about public goods first. What is public goods? First of all, we need to talk about the non-excludable and non-rival characteristic of the public goods, such as sunset, common knowledge, or laws. I could dive into all these topics, but I think we don't have enough time to do it. So think about that, like public goods, non-rival, non-excludable, and companies don't like to build public goods because they think that public goods, there's no rewards. They don't deliver rewards because they are not getting profit of it or direct profit. But this is not true because think about build a company without laws, without those public goods. It can be tough. If you're building DAOs, you can see that it's very, very difficult to build a DAO without without regulation. And so it's not true that companies don't get any benefits from public goods. Mainly when it comes to Web3, because this ecosystem is built for communities and individuals. So if you're doing a public goods, if you're building a public goods in this ecosystem, probably you're going to get any benefit in a long term. And I have some examples very soon. And companies don't like to do it because they are afraid of the free riders. So people that are not paying for that public good but are using it, getting profit from this public good. But we have the Pareto efficiency. In this ecosystem, it's very nice to talk about Pareto efficiency because it means that you can get benefit from the public good, but other people will not get any benefit, but nobody will lose. So there's a public good, you can benefit from it, I cannot, but I'm not losing anything. And let's not forget about the utility theory. All the public goods are endorsed by the utility theory, which means that if there's a public good, if people are using that, it means that we are providing utility. So if a DAO is building a public good, people are using it, it's another utility field for that DAO. Here I put some brief explanation about the utility theory. So based its belief upon individuals' preference, it is a theory postulated in economics to explain behavior of individuals based on the premise people can consistently rank orders their choice depending upon their preferences. It's a brief explanation. So, but how does private companies benefit from public goods? As I said before, imagine build a company without laws or without public transportation. So it's not direct, but the companies get benefit from that. So DAOs have a lot to benefit as well, mainly because it comes more direct when we're talking about this ecosystem built for individuals, built for communities. So think about Optimism, for example. Optimism is doing very, very well building public goods and financing public goods. And I can talk about the season 5, for example. They are providing money for people to build, for example, ZK, private voting, and they are going to do. They're going to finance these public goods. They're going to use that, but they are not only using that. They are not only financing this tool for them. They are also enhancing all this ecosystem, all of the Web3 through that, which is amazing. So we are connecting the wires of the ecosystem. So Optimism is doing that. They are helping the ecosystem, and probably they will participate in a better ecosystem in the long term. Well, so final words from my side. This isn't just about enhancing governance tool only. It's about fostering active participation from the whole ecosystem, enabling more decentralized, resilient governance from the project start. But now Alex has a great explanation. He will explain. He'll do a very nice explanation through math. Go ahead.
Okay, now it's better. Yeah, I'm a bit nerdy, so I like to explain things using math. And first, let's begin with an interesting question. So what's the social valuation of a company? What I mean by that is every company has a financial valuation, but, well, companies are made by people, and the market have tendencies. Financial valuation, you have like tendencies, but there is a floor price when you talk about people, because brilliant people are like rarely like brilliant people, they stay brilliant. And if you have the ideal environment for that and the ideal tools for making these people to organize, then you have like a floor price of this organization that's like social. It's not about financial. So I was jamming a bit around math and trying to express this idea of how we get into this social valuation of the company. Well, the first aspect is people. So this part of the equation, it's kind of like the sum of people. The second part is about how these people interact. So in Sarnoff law, we have a centralized organization. It's like top-down. And the second, that is the Metcalfe law. It's more common to know about it. So it's more like peer-to-peer network. And then you have Reed law. Reed law is, it fits more the organization ecosystem, because in larger organization you have like subgroups. And Reed law is not just describing the communication and interaction between peers, between persons, is also describing the interaction between persons inside this groups and groups, and it's more complex than just peer-to-peer. So, because of that, when I expressed efficiency of coordination, that's expressed in 2n, also like the exponentiation term. So the more people you have, the more like it's harder to coordinate, right? And then the third aspect of the social valuation of an organization is the value generation for society. So that's interesting. Well, if you have a team of brilliant people and they know how to coordinate, but this idea doesn't like solve something big for humanity, or like is not something that people will use and well, generate value for the society, then perhaps the social valuation of the company isn't so high. And the idea here is expressing this through the formula in a multiplication way. So you have here infinity times 0 is 0, because it's about the social impact that this organization is having. Well, now let's describe better efficiency. You have tools, so that's the way people organize, or like the tools they use for organize themselves, perhaps governance tooling, perhaps Notion could be one example. The second one is clarity of the mission, so everyone having a clear direction of what to execute and where are we going, that's really important. And protocols, cultures, and routine. That's really important for like making sure we are on this mission, on this execution in the right way. Well, C and P are parameters we cannot control from outside. It's something that's unique for each organization. But tools, it's something that you can use what's around. You can use public goods. You can use open source. So tools are the only parameter where you can leverage from what other organizations build. Better tools, especially for DAOs, means lowering the entry barrier for creating new organizations, and more efficiency and productivity. So, yeah, having better tools means having also like a higher market cap of like new organizations, and then you can start creating more, being more creative for people. It's easier for people to spin up their organizations. Here is a quick example. So down here you can see the infrastructure. Oh, by the way, I hope my mom don't see the presentation because my letter is really bad. So in the lower part you have infrastructure tooling for organizations. When you're building that, all organizations above this are benefiting from these tools. And then you also have specific tooling inside those organizations. For example, in ENS, if we build a public good for ENS, perhaps it's not benefiting Balancer or Optimism, but it's leveraging the organizations that are above this ecosystem. So I will divide this public goods in two ways. More in our perspective. One is for all digital organizations, and then you have the specific tooling. And there is something really beautiful happening here because, well, the infrastructure layer is helping the layer above, that is helping the layer above, and perhaps taking again the example on ENS, Rainbow, NameHash, NameStone, 3DNS, these guys will all also build public goods that can benefit the ecosystem itself. So it's pretty cool to see this, and that's only possible because of open source. That's a really important part of it. So that's our invite. Build on public goods. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions. So if yes, raise your hand. If not, just clap your hands again. It's okay. Thank you. Don't forget to build in public goods. Yeah. Bye.
Another round of applause for Daniela and Alex. Thank you so much. We love